It was supposed to be just another scroll through night on YouTube. Another clip. Another rumor. Another whisper. But then Tamar Braxton allegedly went live, and according to fans, everything changed in seconds. No warning. No press rollout. Just Tamar, staring straight into the camera with a look that said she was done protecting people who never protected her. Her voice shook. Her eyes burned. And then she said the sentence that sent shockwaves through the internet. Ashlee isn't being blocked from the family show for no reason, they are scared of what she'll expose. That's when the comments exploded. Screenshots flew. Twitter froze. Fans felt it in their chest. This wasn't shade, this wasn't petty drama, this was something darker. Tamar claimed Evelyn and Towanda weren't just saying no to Ashlee joining the show. They were allegedly shutting a door that could blow the entire Braxton legacy wide open. She hinted at secrets buried for decades. At truths rewritten. At family decisions that were never meant to see a camera lens. Within minutes, viewers were calling it the most unhinged, revealing, and terrifying Braxton moment ever. Tamar leaned in closer and whispered, "If she gets a MIC, everything falls apart." And just like that, life is abruptly cut off. No goodbye. No clarification. Just silence, the kind that makes your stomach drop. Because when someone tells you the truth is being hidden, the real question becomes, what are they willing to destroy to keep it buried? The moment Tamar Braxton allegedly went live, something felt off. No music. No jokes. No playful banter. Just a tight frame on her face and a silence so heavy it made viewers uneasy before she even spoke. According to fans who were there in real time, Tamar stared into the camera like she was staring down a courtroom. And then she exhaled and said, "I wasn't gonna do this. But since you'll keep asking why Ashlee ain't on that show, let's stop pretending." That was the instant everything shifted. The comments exploded so fast the screen looked like static. Tamar didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. She spoke slowly, deliberately, like every word had been rehearsed in pain. She claimed Ashlee wasn't being excluded for contracts, schedules, or creative differences. She said Ashlee was being blocked. On purpose. By family. And the reason, Tamar alleged, had nothing to do with TV, and everything to do with fear. According to Tamar, producers had already shown interest in Ashlee as a fresh face, a new generation Braxton storyline that could breathe life into the franchise. Sources allegedly told Tamar that Ashlee tested well on camera, came across authentic, sharp, and emotionally compelling. The kind of presence reality TV thrives on. But then, Tamar claimed, the tone behind the scenes changed overnight. Calls stopped being returned. Meetings were suddenly postponed. And whispers started floating around that family concerns had been raised. Tamar leaned closer to the camera and dropped the line that sent chills through the audience. They don't want her talking. Not, they don't want her filming. Talking. Tamar alleged that Evelyn and Towanda specifically warned producers that Ashlee was unpredictable, too emotional, and not ready for the spotlight. But Tamar immediately pushed back on that narrative, saying, "That girl is not unstable. She's aware." And that's the problem. Fans immediately began replaying old moments from previous seasons, hunting for clues. Clips resurfaced where Ashlee appeared briefly, quiet, almost cautious, as if measuring every word. Tamar claimed that wasn't personality, that was conditioning. She alleged Ashlee had been trained her entire life on what not to say, where not to stand, when to disappear. Tamar's voice cracked when she said, "You'll see exclusion. I see protection, from the truth." She hinted at a family secret, so old it had calcified into tradition. Something tied to decisions made decades ago, decisions that shaped who got to speak and who had to stay silent. She refused to name it outright, but she kept repeating one phrase: "If Ashlee talks freely, it rewrites history." Within minutes, alleged insiders began feeding blogs with anonymous messages. One claimed that a heated phone call took place between a senior family member and network executives, where the message was allegedly clear: Ashlee could not be given a platform under any circumstances. Another source claimed contracts were revised behind the scenes to limit extended family appearances. None of it confirmed. All of it combustible. Tamar fueled the fire by claiming Towanda, who publicly stayed neutral, was privately aligned with the decision. "Silence is a choice," Tamar said flatly. And she chose. That line alone ignited a Twitter war. Fans split into camps. Some accused Tamar of exaggerating for attention. Others said she sounded like someone who had carried this too long and finally snapped. Then Tamar said something that stopped the scroll. "This goes back way before cameras," she alleged. "Before the show. Before the fame. Before y'all even knew our last name." The implication was terrifying. Viewers weren't just watching a family feud, they were watching the possible unraveling of an origin story. Tamar claimed there were years that never get discussed, memories that don't line up, and a narrative that was carefully curated for public consumption. She insisted Ashlee was a walking contradiction to that narrative. "She asks questions nobody wants to answer," Tamar said. "And she remembers things folks prayed she'd forget." As the live continued, fans noticed Tamar glancing off-screen repeatedly, as if reading messages or being warned. At one point, she paused mid-sentence and laughed bitterly. "See? This is what I mean," she said. Phones lighting up now. She alleged family members were panicking in real time, begging her to stop, reminding her of family loyalty. Tamar's response was ice-cold. "Loyalty don't mean lying," she said. "And it damn sure don't mean erasing somebody." The comments section erupted with cries of "expose it," and "say her name." Tamar shook her head. "It's not my story to finish," she said. "But I'm done helping y'all hide it." Almost immediately after the live ended, abruptly, without explanation, alleged screenshots began circulating online. Purported private messages between family members, unverified, but disturbingly specific, hinting at that year, that mistake, and keeping the brand intact. Fans latched onto one repeated reference to a specific time period, speculating wildly about what could have happened and who it involved. Old interviews were re-watched with forensic intensity. Moments that once seemed awkward now looked suspicious. Meanwhile, Ashlee remained completely silent. No posts. No likes. No response. And somehow, that silence screamed louder than Tamar's live ever could. Towanda posted a vague message about protecting peace, which only poured gasoline on the fire. Fans accused her of dodging accountability. Evelyn said nothing at all, a silence many interpreted as strategy rather than shock. Tamar, however, doubled down hours later with a cryptic tweet: "The truth don't need permission." That tweet alone went viral. Blogs ran with headlines about a Braxton civil war. Commentators speculated about lawsuits, injunctions, and NDAs. But beneath all the noise was one terrifying question: what exactly did Ashlee know that made everyone so desperate to keep her off camera? As midnight turned into morning, a new rumor began circulating from an alleged former producer who claimed Ashlee had already filmed test footage that was now locked away. According to this source, Ashlee spoke candidly about her childhood, her place in the family, and moments that didn't match the public narrative. It scared people, the source claimed. Not because it was messy, but because it was believable. And just when fans thought the night couldn't get any darker, Ashlee posted a single Instagram story. A black screen. White text. Then came the anonymous producer. No face. No name. Just a voice distorted and a claim that lit gasoline on an already raging fire. According to this source, Ashlee had not only been approached to join the family show, she had already signed preliminary paperwork. Wardrobe discussions. Story arcs. Emotional beats mapped out. The producer alleged that Ashlee's storyline focused on identity, belonging, and unresolved family tension. It was raw, the source claimed. Too raw for certain people. According to the same account, after Ashlee's screen test, a call came in from someone described as untouchable within the family hierarchy. The message was allegedly simple: pull it. All of it. No explanation. No negotiation. The footage, the source said, was locked away. Never deleted. Just buried. As this information spread, social media descended into full meltdown. Fans accused Evelyn of orchestrating a decades-long cover-up. Others defended her, claiming Tamar was spiraling and weaponizing speculation. Towanda found herself trapped in the crosshairs. Her attempts to stay neutral only intensified the backlash. Every vague tweet, every inspirational quote she posted was interpreted as deflection. When she finally posted, "I will not participate in tearing my family apart," the response was immediate and brutal. Fans flooded her mentions with one question over and over again: who tore Ashlee apart first? The comment sections became digital battlegrounds, with timelines refreshing by the second as new theories emerged. Then Toni Braxton did the unthinkable. She went live. No announcement. No glam. Just Toni, sitting quietly, hands folded, eyes heavy. She didn't accuse anyone outright. She didn't confirm the screenshots. But she didn't deny them either. "I've watched this family survive a lot," she said slowly. "And sometimes survival comes at a cost." That sentence alone sent chills through the audience. Toni admitted she had been asked about Ashlee joining the show, and had said yes without hesitation. "I never understood why it became such a problem," she added. Then she paused. A long pause. The kind that speaks louder than words. "Some people are afraid of memories," she finally said. "Especially when those memories don't match the story being told." That was all it took. The internet interpreted Toni's words as confirmation. Tamar reposted the clip with a single caption: "Thank you." The alliance was clear now. Tamar and Toni on one side. Evelyn and Towanda on the other. Trina caught in the middle, visibly unraveling as pressure mounted. When Trina appeared briefly on a podcast and urged everyone to keep family matters private, Tamar allegedly fired back with a now-deleted post: "Privacy is how lies survive." Fans immediately questioned what Trina knew and why she wouldn't say it. Her attempt to play peacemaker backfired spectacularly, leaving her isolated and scrutinized. Meanwhile, Ashlee remained silent, until she didn't. Her Instagram Live notification hit like a siren. No caption. No build-up. Over 300,000 viewers flooded in within minutes. Ashlee appeared barefaced, sitting on the edge of a bed, the camera slightly tilted. She didn't smile. She didn't greet anyone. She just stared into the lens and said, "I was never supposed to remember." The room went still. Ashlee spoke calmly, but every word landed heavy. She talked about growing up feeling adjacent to her own family. About being included just enough to not ask questions. About being warned, subtly and repeatedly, not to complicate things. She said cameras changed everything. When the cameras came, she claimed, "I learned how to disappear." The most explosive moment came when Ashlee said, "There's a reason nobody wanted me telling my story without supervision." She claimed she was coached on what to say, what not to mention, and how to present herself as grateful. She held up old photographs, not shown clearly, but enough to spark chaos, and referenced a woman who played a critical role in her upbringing, but was never acknowledged publicly. She raised me when fame was more important than truth, Ashlee alleged. The comments section moved too fast to read. People were screaming for names. Ashlee refused. "I'm not here to burn everything down," she said. "I just want my story back." Then came the documents. A manila envelope. Ashlee opened it slowly, deliberately. She didn't show everything. She didn't explain everything. She simply said, "These contradict the story I was told." Birth records. Letters. Dates that didn't align. She stopped short of making a direct accusation, but the implication was seismic. The live ended without warning. No wrap-up. No goodbye. Just a frozen screen and a chat in absolute hysteria. Hashtags exploded worldwide. #Ashlee speaks. #Braxton truth. #let her talk. Celebrities chimed in with vague, but telling support. Truth tellers always get punished first. Family secrets don't stay buried forever. Evelyn and Towanda remained silent. According to alleged insiders, both were in crisis mode, consulting legal teams and demanding the footage be contained. But containment was no longer possible. The narrative had escaped. The audience had chosen sides. And the most dangerous thing of all had happened: people believed Ashlee. As the night stretched on, one final rumor began circulating, whispered, unconfirmed, but devastating. Tamar was preparing to confront Evelyn directly, on camera, with producers present. That the conversation everyone feared was about to happen anyway. And if that confrontation went where people suspected, it wouldn't just change the show. It would change the family forever. By the time the sun came up, the rumor had hardened into something far more dangerous than speculation. According to multiple unverified insiders, Tamar wasn't just talking anymore, she was moving. Cameras were allegedly already rolling for a separate project, when Tamar decided to stop waiting for answers and start demanding them. What was supposed to be a quiet check-in reportedly turned into the confrontation everyone had been dreading. Tamar allegedly pulled up unannounced, emotions already boiling, truth already clawing its way out. And if the whispers are even half accurate, what happened next split the Braxton Foundation straight down the middle. Sources claim the moment Tamar walked in, the air shifted. No greetings. No pleasantries. Just tension, so thick it rattled the crew. Tamar allegedly didn't waste time. "You don't get to hide anymore," she said, according to someone who claims to have witnessed the exchange. Evelyn, caught off guard, but composed, reportedly tried to shut it down immediately. "This is not for cameras," she allegedly snapped. But Tamar refused. She accused. She demanded. She said Ashlee's name out loud, repeatedly, and with every repetition, the room grew quieter. According to the same source, Tamar accused Evelyn and Towanda of choosing image over blood, silence over truth, and legacy over a child who had been pushed into the shadows for years. What followed, insiders say, was not screaming, it was worse. Long pauses. Broken sentences. Words that stopped halfway through because finishing them would change everything. Tamar allegedly brought up the documents Ashlee showed. Dates that didn't align. Stories that contradicted each other. "Make it make sense," Tamar allegedly said. And for the first time, Evelyn reportedly didn't respond immediately. When she did, her voice was low. Shaky. "I did what I thought would protect this family," she allegedly said. That line alone, leaked to the blogs, sent shockwaves across the internet. Protect it from what? From who? Tamar allegedly lost it. Then came the final twist, the one nobody saw coming. According to multiple whispers spreading across industry circles, producers are now sitting on footage they never expected to have. Footage that, if released, could force official statements, legal responses, and irreversible consequences. Some say networks are fighting over the rights. Others claim lawyers are already working to stop it from ever airing. And at the center of it all is Ashlee, the one person who didn't speak for years, now holding the power to confirm or destroy every version of the story being told. As of now, no one has denied the confrontation. No one has confirmed it either. But fans have noticed one chilling detail. Ashlee recently followed exactly one new account. Tamar's. No caption. No comment. Just a silent connection that felt deliberate. Calculated. Like the calm before something seismic. Because if Tamar has already blown the door open, Ashlee might be the one about to walk through it. If your heart is still racing right now, that's because this story isn't finished. It's unfolding in real time, and missing the next chapter could mean missing the moment everything finally explodes into the open. Alleged secrets. Whispered confrontations. Silence that feels louder than any confession. This is the kind of celebrity fallout people talk about for years, and you're watching it happen as it breaks. If you've ever felt like there's more beneath the surface of this family, if you believe truth doesn't stay buried forever, this is your moment to lock in. Hit like right now so this conversation doesn't disappear into the algorithm. That single click tells the platform people are paying attention, and trust me, attention is exactly what forces stories like this into the light. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because when the next live drops, when another alleged receipt leaks, when someone finally decides silence isn't protecting them anymore, you'll want to be here the second it happens, not catching up after the damage is done. This isn't background drama. This is a turning point. And don't stay quiet. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Ashlee deserves a platform? Do you think silence equals protection or control? Should the footage ever see the light of day? Or are some truths too explosive to survive? Your voice matters here, because when fans speak loud enough, stories don't get buried, they get exposed. Stay tuned. Stay watching. Because if the past is really coming back for answers, the next reveal could change everything.